Come on, you guys. We did it. We beat West Ham away from home, continuing Thomas Tuchel's amazing away record this season. And wow, it's been so important for us in our hopes of getting Champions League football for the next season. After beating West Ham away from home today, this means we are now 3 points ahead of them in a top 4 spot, and now we have 5 games left. Now we have some difficult games to finish the season, but I feel confident today, you guys, because today the team had a massive job to do. Kind of reminded me of like old Chelsea performances back in the day when we had players like your Drogba's. And I can't believe I'm even saying like back in the day, but you know, when we had players back in that period, we played lots of games like this where, you know, we kind of just went to do a job, stifle our opponents, get the goal we needed to progress, and just, you know, seal out the win in a very comfortable and professional manner. And today, that is exactly what I saw. Now, of course, with how we ended the game, we just literally stifled West Ham. We stopped them creating any attacks. We slowed the pace of the game down. Very smart and intelligent to do, considering we have Real Madrid next week in a massive Champions League game. So, you know, the team didn't have to waste any more energy. The game was won, and with West Ham going down to 10 men, very unfortunate circumstances in my opinion. And what was so ironic behind that was that as the game was ending, there was like an identical incident that happened to Rudiger from Kufau, and the referees did absolutely nothing. So, you know, it continues just the lack of consistency that referees in our country seem to consistently have. But, you know, that worked in our favour completely, and it made it very easy for Thomas Tuchel to get the team to play in that manner. And I like that this team has that type of performance in them. I think we all saw that stat on Sky as the game was starting, that we have one of the highest clean sheet records across Europe. And if we have ambitions of being that, you know, the next great team in European football, then we need to rely upon having a great defense, a team that knows how to seal out the win and win those important games. And, you know, we have a team in the making that I feel is going to rise to that challenge of competing on all fronts. We're seeing it time and time again. We're seeing that, you know, the tests constantly getting passed left, right and centre. And wow, I've got so many things to discuss this match with you guys. I hope you enjoy. If you like today's video, then smash that like button. If you're happy by the result, if you think we can beat Real Madrid 2 next week, then smash that like button, you guys. I want to go over 2,500 likes for today's video. And to start things off, let's discuss the lineup. Now, before the game started, of course, there was some controversy behind the lineup that Thomas Tuchel had picked. Now, for me, I didn't react straight away because when I saw the lineup, instantly I was thinking, okay, there is clearly a game plan here. Now, Hudson-Odoi was never going to start this game, especially at wing back. You know, we needed a wing back today that is adept attacking and most importantly defending. Now, because we have Real Madrid next week, Reece James was clearly being, you know, monitored and looked after, and obviously, you know, left out the team to be fit for that game. So Azpilicueta was really the only option to play the game today, and I felt like that was the right decision overall. Of course, up front as well, we saw the continuance of Mount, Pulisic and Timo Werner, which made a ton of sense too, because today, this game was never going to be an open game. This was never going to be a 4-2, 4-3, etc, etc. This was going to be a very tight game where, you know, what you did in the transition was going to be important. Now, with the front three we have, you know, very good in the counter-attack, you know, that you can play balls over the top to them, and balls in behind to them, etc, etc. When those opening moments did come, these are the adept players for a counter-attacking system in that sense. And, you know, they proved their worth today, time and time again. And for me, this was Tuchel getting the lineup absolutely spot on again, considering we have a massive game next week against Real Madrid, but we have to beat them for the good of football, in my opinion. I know I'm making it melodramatic, but, you know, I can't help it. Madrid's, you know, they've been in my naughty books this entire past week, to be honest, and I feel like they have to get out of this UCL tournament very, very quickly. But, of course, that was how the team lined up. Let's now move on to the game, and, you know, for me, normally the opening 10 minutes of the game gives you an indication behind what the tempo is going to be like throughout the entire 90 minutes, and what I saw today was a team that was absolutely on it. Now, I love how we were maintaining the ball, because with West Ham, they were very difficult opponents. You know, they stood up off the ball in a 5-4-1. They were able to have, you know, go man v man with our attacking players. They were able to have adequate support in the wide areas when it comes to going up against our wing backs. And there wasn't many opportunities for our wing backs to make runs in behind. So, you know, the two key players today was our attacking mids in behind our striker, because they had to find very intelligent positions in behind West Ham's midfield lines, and they tended to do that in the half spaces, which was useful for us, very important for us to be able to, you know, get in behind West Ham and create attacks on goal. And, you know, one player today that really stood out for me was Mason Mount. Mason looked very different today. With Mason, he's one of those characters where he's constantly looking to challenge himself and improve, and, you know, get all the doubters and naysayers to regret ever doubting him in the first place. And, you know, I think if there's one thing that he has to do to improve upon to go to the next level, it's to take more responsibility in game. And today, I saw a Mason Mount constantly looking to take responsibility and make things happen. When he was receiving in the half space, he was looking to beat his man, carry the ball, you know, play in tight spaces, you know, play 1-2s. Very dangerous opponent for West Ham today. He was constantly looking to take shots from outside the box. He kind of forced that first goal due to his improvisation in that moment. And it's great to see Mount looking to step up and do even more for the team, because this is a player that has a very complete game. You know, when Mount is 24, 25, really in his prime, we're going to see someone absolutely outstanding, because, you know, he has even more to show us. And today was another glimpse that if you think that this is all Mount can do, this is the best he can do, well, you got a lot more to think about and a lot more to wait for. So he was a player that most definitely stood out. And another player, of course, that really saw the headlines today was Timo Werner. Now, this will not be a classic Werner performance without a few individual mistakes or errors. And I think his first half game was a lot better compared to his second half game, but overall, this was a massive step in the right direction. I think with Werner playing up front today, this kind of gave him more freedom and basically more options. He was able to have more creativity too, in terms of the positions he can find himself in. A lot of times he was making runs behind down that right-hand channel. A lot of times he was dropping deep to help, you know, receive from the midfield and play others in. A lot of times he was drifting wide. And, you know, one thing that really impressed me today from Werner was how he was, you know, his upper body strength in the game today. How he was holding off the defender, looking to really go man v man. And it was a very tenacious performance. His pressing from the front was excellent. He was forcing many West Ham mistakes from our own half as well. And, you know, his movement when it came to finding shooting positions was outstanding. A lot of times he was looking to withdraw his run, not to find himself inside the 6-yard box, but just to hold his run, hover outside the area and wait for better options to come into him. And that was something that worked time and time again. With the positions he was finding himself in, I felt confident that Werner could make a difference and be able to obviously get the goal, and that is what he most definitely did. Again, Ben finding himself in behind, playing in a great cross, cutback cross into the 6-yard box, Werner just holding his position and then tapping it inside the net. And, you know, once he scored that first goal, of course, I mean, absolutely mental. And, you know, I was really praying that, okay, this was going to be a game where I was going to see Werner getting a brace in the game, and he had opportunities to do that in the second half. And the disappointing finishing, you know, it just reared its ugly heads into the scenes. It was a massive shame, you guys. It was, but, you know, as I'm saying, as I'm really stressing, overall, this was a good performance from Timo Werner. He was very threatening, very dangerous. He gave West Ham's defense so much to think about. And, you know, now we have a very important end to the season. Let's hope that Werner can now find himself consistently burying those balls into the back of the net. But, you know, let's continue on, you guys, and just end this match review. You know, I want to talk about the low-key player of the game today for me. And I'd have to say that was probably Andreas Christensen. Yeah, he can easily play as that wide centre-back in a back three. I thought he was very good on the ball today. I thought that he was very positive. I liked his passing, especially there was one pass in particular where he played with the outside of his boot. A scooped run by Timo Werner to come at the end of that, and that's the type of positivity that I want to see with Christensen's passing when it comes to helping us create better opportunities against teams. But you know, it was how he positioned himself, how he got in behind, the few times that Fredericks was able to beat Aspilicueta. It was a very good battle between those two. Christensen was back to support Aspie time and time again, and watching him play now, he looks so commanding. He looks even bigger physically, and he looks a lot more confident about his game and how he wants to play it. So, he's been a massive revelation this season. Great to see Christensen just showing what he's really about again. And yeah, you guys, as I'm saying, the fact that in this game today, we gave away, 2-3 yellow cards, and all those yellow cards were mostly professional fouls, really tells you everything you need to know about what the goal of the game was today. It wasn't about playing beautiful football, even though I thought we played some great football at times, moving that ball from left to right, some great long passing passages of play as well, and some nice little bits of skill on the ends. With how this game could have ended, I think it easily should have been at least 2-0, considering we had two amazing opportunities on the counter-attack, one from N'Golo Kante, who was so key in midfield today. He did all the hard work, and then it was like he was caught in two minds. Was he gonna go to the corner and just hold the ball, or was he gonna look to play the pass to try and make it 2-0? In the end, he did nothing, but it was a shame. And of course, Mason Mount as well, nearly finding Tammy Abraham with the ball, just not dipping enough for Tammy to be able to just let that ball bounce off of him. But that was a big positive. And yeah, you guys, you heard me say that right. Tammy Abraham got a rare opportunity, his first game since February, and when he came on, instantly gave the team a little bit of a different option. With Timo Werner, you have to play these balls on the ground, but with Tammy Abraham, you can play more long balls up towards him. And as I'm saying, Tammy is someone that has had to learn how to play this more target man style role, but it's something he's been improving on, and he's someone that you just can't really sleep on. Let's hope that maybe Tuchel now gives Tammy more game time, because I really think that with Tammy's game, his threat, his runs and behinds, his legs, I think that this guy, there's a reason why he's still our top scorer this season. There's a reason why others tend to score around him, because of how he links up the play too. Let's hope now that Tuchel is going to be more fair with Tammy and give him more minutes in the team. But there you have it, you guys. We came here to do a job. We did that today, and now we have 5 more games left until the season's over, and let's hope that ends with a UCL spot. So on that note, I'm Nini FC, this is Blue Lions TV. I'll catch you guys later with some more videos. Peace.